Hi everyone, as you know, I'm Jim from Jim Shaped Coding. In this tutorial, we are going to learn about the while true statement and also about the very useful break statement. So let's get started. Alright, so before I dive in, I want to make sure that we understood some important point. What I'm going to do now is writing a program that is going to run forever. So we can do that with a condition that is always true and we don't have the control to change that. So we can go with something like condition equals to 1 double equal 1, and this condition is actually always true because 1 is really equal to 1. And now I'm going to hit the while keyword and then put condition here, and then I can print hello forever. Now this program is going to run forever, so if I execute this, you see how a lot of hello forevers is being generated, and I don't have the control to stop that until I get my mouse into that stop button, and then it stopped. Okay, and just to make clear, if I put some more prints here like this, it is never going to be reached because the while loop is never going to end. And now I will stop this again manually and continue to the main topic of this episode. So what I want to show you is actually another example with a while loop, and this time I want to start off with minutes equals to 12, and I'm going to decrease the minutes by 1 after each execution. So while minutes is greater than 0, then I'm going to print something like game is still on, and then to make it nicer, once again, let's put the minutes variable, hit the dash, and we are good. And obviously I want to decrease this with the minus equal sign, and then I'm ready to execute my program, and the result is actually as expected. But let's assume that we want to do some special action when 2 minutes left until the end of the game. So what I can do is, before decreasing the minutes, I can go with something like if minutes is equal to 2, then I want to print a special message that is going to say pay attention, there are 2 minutes remaining. So you can combine whiles and if statements inside the whiles, so your code will be more efficient and you will have more options. So before I continue, let's just execute this program. What I see here, if I make this bigger, I see the message of game is still on, and also pay attention, there are 2 minutes remaining. Alright, so this was a basic condition inside the while loop. Now to take that to the next level, I want to show you how you can make your code to get out of the while loop when some condition matches your requirements. So for example, if I want to get out of the while loop, if minutes is less than or equal to 5, this is something that I can do with the break keyword. All I have to do is type in break after the specified condition, and then the Python is going to get out of the while loop if the condition is true. So we want to clean this if statement right there and start a new one and say that if minutes is equal to 5, then we want to stop the program and not continue it anymore. So we can hit here the break keyword, and as you see, all the game is still on sentences is being executed, but when it reaches 5, then the program just stopped because there are no more code left after the while loop. For example, if I go out of the while loop and I print here a sentence like this is a code after the while loop, then you bet that I get this sentence back, because what the break does, it just gets out of the while loop and it does not completely stopping the program, and this is very important to understand. And now actually I want to talk about one more important point, and this is going to be the way you define the condition after the while keyword. So when you use break statement, you actually decide when you entirely stop your while loop. And my question is, will that be okay to replace this condition with a condition that is always going to return true? Well, the answer is yes, because I can say something like, okay Python, run some code until I tell you when to stop, and you are going to stop only if minutes is equal to 5. So actually the condition that comes after the while is not relevant anymore, and I can replace actually this condition with any condition that is going to return me true always, because I have the control when to stop the while inside the while loop with the break statement. So if I go here with something like 1 equals to 1 and I run this, I get pretty much the same result. Okay, so this is actually the right way to work with while loops, but just for convention reasons, what we do in Python is actually switching this condition to true. So what you do here is telling to that while loop, run forever, but pay attention to that break statement, and wherever it comes, just stop the while loop. So if I execute this one more time, as you see, I just get the same result as I showed you a minute ago with the original condition. So this was an episode about while loops and the break statement, and how we use the while true that is so talked about and that is so common in Python programming language. So don't forget to crack up the subscribe button and like this video. Make sure to take the exercises in my website, and I will see you in the next one.